What's up, everyone? Welcome to another cracka crumbs update. It is the night before comic book day, which is every comic book person knows is Wednesdays. But today's Tuesday, so it's the eve. I'm actually really tired, so don't mind me. I'm gonna be a little loopy and crazy. I actually had to write everything down because I can actually see sound right now. That's how tired I am. Just had a lot of stuff I want to talk about, and also I got a package, so we're gonna have an unboxing. Very cool. Um, Let me see what I wrote down here, so I know what the hell I'm talking about. One thing, first thing off, that I'd like to thank is one of my new subscribers, which is PGH Zombie. Thank you, appreciate it. Appreciate the subscription. I was watching some of your videos; they're very cool. I look forward to watching the rest of them. King Joe, man, I really look forward to watching the rest of your toy stuff. Very impressive. I'm loving it watching those stuff. It's like going back in a time machine when I was a kid. Very cool. Um, moving on. Gonna talk about some fun stuff and a couple. Wow, really stiff. Uh, Maybe a couple depressing things. Who knows? It all depends on your point of view. But one thing I want to talk about that was just kind of odd that's been bothering me. Not bothering me, but it's just I find it amazing. Is TV shows and cartoons lately. Um, they're really shortening the amount of episodes that are out there. I mean, you look at the Ultimate Spider-Man, which I'm enjoying. A lot of people don't like. I actually think it's pretty cool. It's so off the wall that it works. They only had like 9 or 10 episodes, and they're done. You know, that's the end of their season. You know, back when I was a kid, I'm gonna date myself, but back in the '80s, Thundercats, man, there was like 60 something, 120 episodes per season. I mean, you look at the DVDs; they're broken up into like 2 to 3 parts because there was so many freaking episodes. Um, it just sucks. I mean, even look at the X Men back in the '90s. There was, I think it was like 20 something episodes per season. Batman, 20 something episodes. Like nowadays, it's like they go as high as 10 and then they're done. Like Walking Dead has like 12 or 13. If you're lucky, 13 is like the minimum. But now the minimum's getting like 8 or 10. It's just getting insane. It just pisses me off. But that's just me. I don't know. Maybe you feel the same way. Um, Another thing I want to talk about was CGC. Rick's Geekin' It was talking about it, how to send stuff to your CGC and do it that way, and if it's worth it and stuff like that. I gotta agree with the man. It's a real pain in the ass when you go onto their website because it just directs you to like 1,000 different things, and you gotta subscribe. Not subscribe. You have to make an account, which is worth it. But again, the way I see it, if you're not gonna send a lot of stuff that you really feel should be CGC, then it ain't worth it. I guess your best bet is to buy them on eBay. One thing I found that was kind of interesting, as I'm going to show you, is I was trying to figure out another difference between PGX and CGC, and everyone says the difference is CGC is better, which I do kind of like CGC better. I'm not going to lie, it is a little cooler. But the one thing I really like about the PGX, let me show you. CGC, I'm going to use my black hat number 1, which is a 9.0. If you look at it on the top, it tells you, what was it, the date it came out, which was August 2010. And it tells you, who wrote it, who did the story, the cover, white pages, it gives you a barcode and who makes an appearance and stuff like that on there, which is cool. Very cool. Now, if you look at the PGX, I've got to use my Iron Fist because it's the only one I have. But if you look at it, not only does it tell you that it's a 7.0, but it actually tells you that it's fine to very fine. As well, on the bottom here, it tells you when it was graded on top of everything else, which is pretty cool. I kind of like that a little more. But honestly, the CGC does look a little nicer in the case. I don't know why. Maybe just the way they do things, but I do like the PGX, the way they give you a lot more information and stuff. So it's pretty cool. And fun fact, which as of right now, I'm not selling it, but I got like friggin' 53 requests of people that's seen this thing that are offering to buy this one. I appreciate it. I really do. The offers were pretty high. I'm not gonna lie, but as of right now, I'm not gonna sell it because I just got it and I'm gonna enjoy it for a little while before if I decide to sell it. And another thing that's kind of funny is I did get, not funny, but I did get a hell of a lot of offers on my Wolverine 181, Incredible Hulk 181, the first Wolverine. Hey, cool. But I've sold one of those before, and I don't think I'm gonna let this one go, even though it's a really low grade, and I'm really amazed at the amount of money people are willing to throw my way for that. But as of right now, I'm not selling it either. But moving on, something that Mongo Stomptime07 was talking about that I agree with the man. I agree with you. If you watch his videos, he was, you know, these channels really are, they're about comics and stuff like that. But the way I see it, Mongo Stomptime07, it's your channel. You do what you want. It doesn't always have to be about comics. I mean, you can do whatever you want. It's your particular thing, kind of like mine. I mean, lately it's been about comics, and that's the stuff I like to show off. But sometimes I do throw curveballs in there, and I throw a couple different things, in my opinion. Um, he was saying about the presidents, how you got Obama and you got the other guy, I can't remember his friggin' name. Me personally, I think all politicians are scumbags because they're lying bastards. They're gonna do what they can. They're gonna lie to your face. I'm gonna do all these things. I'm gonna help out. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And then when they get in the office, it's like, hello, what can I do for myself today? I mean, think about it. Everybody who's a president has been like a millionaire. They're always rich that go in there. The only people who can fund themselves to get in there. Back in the day, I'm saying like 50s, 60s, earlier, 1800s, whatever. They got stuff done. They flat out, this is what I'm going to do, and they did it. And that's the way it needs to be again, but it just, unfortunately, is not going to happen because there's too much greed, there's too much corruption, there's too much, this. Not saying that our president's like that, because who knows, but why would you spend so much money to get a $60,000 a year job unless you planned on taking it back one way or another? And like I said, they're all full of shit. They're all full of shit. No matter who you pick, it just doesn't. It's not going to work. And to their defense on certain things, the way America is, God bless America. I love being here. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else, believe me. But the way America is, it's so screwed up right now that nobody knows how to fix it. And I don't think one person's going to get the job done in any sort of way. I mean, there's ways to start it. Like I think Clinton did do a good start, but just didn't know how to really kind of work it. And Bush, Jesus, oh God, Obama, I think had good intentions, and that was one of the reasons why I was going to vote for him. I know it sounds evil. I really don't vote because it's just, like I said, I think they're so full of shit. But I was gonna vote for him if anybody. Would have been the first person I was gonna vote for, not because he'd be the first black president, but the fact that I actually almost believed him. That he's like, I'm going to change stuff. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. But, again, they're all full of shit. He was saying, Mongo Stump 7 was saying that it's amazing that for the homeless people, there's tons of vacant houses, stuff like that. Again, it's just stupid shit. You would think you'd be like, hey, you know what? The government, let's take these homeless people, let's put them in houses. They don't want to look at it as you're cutting a loss. I mean, you're helping somebody, you're getting them on their feet. I mean, if homeless people had a house and they had running water and they had stuff, maybe they can get on their feet a lot faster than what they are doing now. And me personally, it kind of hit home a little bit because it's going to be a long little video, so sit back. There will be an unboxing, so there is a point to my madness, I know. But you have to get through this first. That's how I get you. But anyway, homeless thing, it does hit a personal nerve on me because Labor Day, leaving a store, and I'm seeing it more and more, and it really kind of tugs at you a little bit. Me personally, like I said, I'll get into that in a sec, but there was a man standing there with a big huge sign of cardboard, and he had his wife next to him, and he had two little kids. One little kid was in, a little baby was in like this really wrecked stroller, and this other kid, basically the mother was just holding this piece of cardboard over his head so he wasn't getting burnt, and they just looked wrecked. And on the sign it said, "Listen, I lost my job. My wife and I, we can't get a job. We're busting our butt trying to get a job. We can't feed our kids right now. Can you please help?" And it is kind of true. You got to watch because some people do scam you. But I just had this feeling that they weren't, scamming. And it's just, I mean, you do bring the kids involved, but I just knew they weren't scamming anything. So I gave them $5. That's all I had on me. I would have gave more if I could. And the reason it really tugs at me like that is that it's just sick that there's so many homeless people you can't do everything for. And me, I know what it's like to be homeless. I've been homeless before. I've had to eat out of trash cans. I've lived in a car. I know what it's all about. It sucks ass. You have people who've never been homeless. you have no idea how horrible it is, and how hard it is to ask somebody, can you help me out? Can you could you give me $1 or $2 so I could get something to eat? Anything. It really is hard to put your hand out and ask for people for help, and like I said, I've seen the evil, the dark sides of life. I've seen it all. I know it all. I've been through it. It's rough. It sucks. I don't wish that on anybody. And I really wish we could get like a president here that could just say, hey, you know what? This is what we're doing. We're going to clean this up. We're going to have people, there's going to be, jobs. There's going to be money. There's, all this stuff. But the reality is, we don't live in fantasy land as much as I would love to live in comic book world where things are basically black and white, good and evil. This is this is that. Real life, it just doesn't work like that. There's so many freaking gray areas that nobody wants to mess around with. They don't want to be bothered. Like a lot of time, homeless people, they just kind of sweep under the rug. Oh, what are we gonna do with them? I don't know. They're homeless. Screw them. Yoink. It. Oh, I really wish they should get a homeless person or somebody who doesn't have money and make them the president. And I guarantee you'd see changes. Unlike a rich person sitting in there going, yeah, how much money can I make today? Oh, I'm gonna do this. Oh, because it just sucks. It's a pain in the ass. And you know what? I'm done with the rant. I'm not gonna really get into it because I could really, really. Whew. Anyway. Whew. I feel better. Gonna move on to the unboxing here. I would say this would be my last package, but I did win a recent eBay thing, so there will be another package after this down the line. And of course, tomorrow is comic book day, and my fiance, being the great fiance that she is, I told her what was coming out, that it was important to me, and right now I'm completely broke. So she took it upon herself, and she said, you know what, here's some extra bucks. I've been saving. You can go down to the comic book store and get your new 52 number zeros that come out tomorrow, the ones that come out, and so I'm kind of happy. Very cool. But we're gonna get to this, and it's kind of interesting because this particular book, I'm gonna say it's really packed really well, but this particular book I do have already, but I have the fake one, which came with one of the Marvel Legends. It's like the not for resale kind of thing. And I kind of use that as a reader copy, and I've been wanting to get the real copy for a while. And the prices were just way too high on this particular book, and you'll see it in a sec. I am trying to get, there's two parts to it. I am trying to get the other part, which is right now extremely expensive. And it's even worse in comic book stores. Because once again, of course, comic book stores are going to make their money, and of course, every comic book store wants to overcharge you like no tomorrow. But yeah, see, it's boxed really well. But as of right now, I got this from eBay, and it was a really good price on it. It was hopefully it was what the guy said it was, a near mint, because if it is, then I'm going to be very happy. But you can never tell anymore with eBay, because everything says near mint this, near mint that, and you get it, and there's like creases, and there's this is bent, and that is bent, because one thing Rick's Geekin' It was saying that was actually 100% true is one person's grade is not another person's grade. I mean, I could turn around and tell you that I think the comic book is a 9.0, and you take a look at it, and because I'm not a professional grader, so I don't know. And that's like everyone's new go-to thing on eBay is that I'm not a professional grader, so you're just taking what I'm saying it looks like. Look at the pictures, but totally true. I mean, one person's grade is not another person's grade, so you got to kind of take that into account when you're looking at something. I mean, me lately, I have been buying a lot of ones that aren't the best of shape, just because I wanted to have them for my collection. But also, I'm also starting to get really nitpicking. So, and this one actually looks the way the guy said it, and it's in a nice, that cool bag I'm looking at, so that's kind of a plus. But anyway, a lot of people are after this. Like, I did see this in the comic book store I frequent, and Mongo Stomp 07. You're totally right not to go back to the comic book store, especially if they're not pulling the stuff you're looking for. So, dude, 100% right on that. I'd give them that for you. And there actually is a couple of comic book stores that I've been going to that I'm pretty much not going to go back, because they're really getting overpriced with things, and they're just really starting to annoy me. But one of the stores that I probably won't be frequent anymore, they did have this behind the counter, and I was looking at it, and out of curiosity, I asked the guy, and he just didn't look like he wanted to work there. I asked him, how much is that? I'm just curious. He's like, oh, well, are you gonna buy it? And I was like, if it's cheap enough, I will. Oh, well, if you have to ask how much it is, you can't afford it. That pissed me off. Um, then the other guy was really cool that works there. He came around. He said, it's $55. In my opinion, it's a 9.5 or a 9.8 or something. I can't remember what he said. But I got this on eBay, and it was free shipping. Again, I've been really looking out with free shipping, and I should knock on wood because lately I've been getting the free shipping, and I'm very happy about that. But this only cost me $5, and I won the bid, which was interesting. I guess somebody was sleeping when they were bidding, because this is actually in near mint as I can tell. I mean, I'm not going to give any grades or anything. A lot of people have been asking me requests like, oh, dude, you should give a grade on it. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I'm going to just say near mint, very fine. That's the best I can do. But I would say this is near mint, and that's Uncanny X-Men number 141, which is the Days of Future Past. This is the real copy, not the not for resale one that I had that I showed before. So I'm very happy to get this in my collection. It's basically near mint. It's perfect. For $5, you cannot beat that at all. I'm actually losing my voice. I'm so tired too. I think I'm getting sick. My fiance, she's been sick. I think she's getting me sick. Even my mutant healing powers can't escape the wrath of the fiance germs. But anyway, like I was saying, I'm trying to get the one after this where Wolverine gets disintegrated. But lately they've been going for like $60, $70, which is insane. But so I'm very happy. $5, free shipping, near mint, awesome bag. It was packed really well, so that's a plus. I think that was pretty much it. I think I covered everything, except for one important thing, which is two important things, both kind of sad. One thing is I've been trying to get my comic book store together. I've been trying to get it going. I've been busting my ass. That's why I'm so tired. Is because I'm doing so much. I'm multitasking. That's tough, and my mind is just scattered on everything I have to do. Like these videos, I love doing them. I really do. They're my top priority. They're pretty much up there. So I try to do as many as I can, and I'm sorry I'm not really doing that many as I'd want. And plus funds are kind of crappy, so it's kind of, it's difficult. But bad news is my comic book store, I had a couple of people that wanted to invest in it, and that was really going to take off after that. Got together with them, we were discussing it, telling them what I would like to have done, what kind of comic book store it would be, something that no one's ever seen before, and also a place that wouldn't take advantage of people. They loved it, and then got to the point where they wanted to hear all my ideas, and I had told them that I didn't want to give away all my ideas because I don't want this, not that I don't trust them, kind of knew them, kind of didn't, but it was one of those ones where I didn't want to give away all my stuff that they can turn around and say, oh, up yours, I have all your ideas now, and I'm going to make my own comic book store, and screw you. But it got to the point where they just backed out. They're just like, it's not going to work. So now I'm out of investors, so I'm kind of back down to, I would say, square one, ground zero of the comic book store. So I'm going to have to do it the old-fashioned way and just bust my ass a little harder and get it done. But I make a vow that I will have my own comic book store. It might not be, in a couple months or anything like I was hoping, get it started, but I will have my own store where people will be treated with respect, courtesy, and not get ripped off. And when that day does come, I will hire somebody to make the coolest website you've ever seen, and so people that can't make it to the store will still get the same deal. Moving on to some sad news. Apparently, I believe it was Monday, Michael Clark Duncan passed away, which sucks, man. He was an awesome actor. Did the voice of Kilowog in the Green Lantern movie. He was the Kingpin in Daredevil, amongst other things, Sin City. I liked him. I thought he was awesome. I thought he was just a really good actor, and he did a great job as the Kingpin and Kilowog. And it sucks he passed away. So, my prayers and everything and thoughts go out there with his family and everything. And it just sucks. I was looking forward to seeing him play Kilowog again, or Kingpin again. That would have been cool. Or Sin City 2. But I guess it's not in the cards. But anyway, this video is long enough. I've discussed everything I wanted to discuss. Tomorrow is comic book day. I will be picking up some new stuff. A lot of the zeros. I'm going first thing in the morning, so hopefully when I get back, I can make the video pretty early because I have a lot to do tomorrow. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with some Michael Clark Duncan stuff, and thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like button. If you really like what you got, can't talk, same out of it. I can see sound. If you really like what you see, you're a new subscriber, I really appreciate it. Click the subscribe button. Comments, I love comments. Comments are my thing. I love requests. I did get a lot of requests lately, and I'm gonna try to fill them as fast as I can. It's just that I'm kind of backlogged on stuff, so if you don't see the video you're looking for, it will come around. I take all requests to heart. I write them down so I don't forget them, so I know what I'm gonna do. And I appreciate all the feedback and everything. Again, I'm going to leave you with some Michael Clark Duncan stuff, and I'll see you next time. Later.
His name is Kilowog. He'll be a combat training officer.
Never let your guard down, Pooser. Welcome to Ring Slinging 101, or as I like to call it, the worst day of your worthless life. The human ain't never seen one before. You smell funny.
I smell funny.
Yeah, I heard about humans. Think you're the center of the universe. You want to be a lantern? You gotta commit to the core.